China already turned heads with the J-20. Now it's built something that might matter even more in the long run. The J-35, a stealth fighter designed not just for China's Air Force, but for its rapidly growing carrier fleet. If the J-20 is China's answer to the F-22, the J-35 is its answer to the F-35, the workhorse that's actually supposed to do everything. Air superiority, strike missions, carrier ops, electronic warfare, the full package. Before we get into it, if you're finding value in these breakdowns, hitting like and subscribing to Reach Defense Media genuinely helps us keep putting this kind of coverage out. We'd really appreciate it. The J-35's roots trace back to the FC-31 demonstrator from 2012, which, depending who you ask, looked either like a promising prototype or a fighter-shaped science fair project. It's been through a near total redesign since. China now fields a land-based J-35A and a carrier-capable version built for its newest electromagnetic catapult carriers. That second part matters more than people realize. Exactly 2 countries on Earth currently operate carrier-capable 5th-generation stealth fighters, and China just joined that very short list. Visually, it checks every box in the modern stealth playbook. Twin engines, canted tails, internal weapons bays, diverterless inlets. Keeping weapons internal instead of hanging them externally, the old school way, is what keeps the radar signature down when it actually counts. Stealth doesn't mean invisible, to be clear. It just means the enemy's radar operator has a much worse afternoon trying to find you. On performance, expect speeds near Mach 1.8 and a combat radius around 1,200 kilometers on internal fuel, with twin engines giving it better acceleration and a built-in safety margin if one gets damaged. Future builds are leaning more on China's own WS series engines, cutting reliance on imported tech, handy if you're trying to build an air force without needing anyone else's blessing. But speed isn't really the story anymore. Information is. The J-35 is believed to run an AESA radar, sensor fusion, infrared search and track, electronic warfare systems, and secure network data links, all built around the same basic rule that's run modern air combat for years. Whoever sees the other guy first usually wins, often before anyone's close enough to actually dogfight. China clearly built this thing to fight as part of a network rather than solo, which happens to be the exact same philosophy the US and its allies have been preaching for over a decade. Imitation, sincerest form of flattery, and so on. The carrier variant might be the most strategically loaded piece here. China's older carriers use ski jump ramps. The new Fujian carrier uses electromagnetic catapults instead, letting the J-35 launch with significantly more fuel and weapons aboard. Pair that with China's KJ-600 early warning aircraft, and you've got the early skeleton of a real carrier strike package built to project power well past China's own coastline. Weapons-wise, expect PL-15S for long-range air-to-air work, PL-10s up close, precision-guided bombs, and anti-ship munitions, with the usual internal versus external trade-off between staying stealthy and maximizing payload. So, does it actually stack up against the F-35? Honestly, nobody outside China really knows, and anyone claiming total certainty either way is guessing. Radar performance, software, true stealth characteristics, engine reliability, none of it's been independently verified. The F-35 has logged hundreds of thousands of flight hours across multiple air forces. The J-35 just doesn't have that track record yet, and it's never seen combat. Its logistics and software haven't been stress tested the way decades-old Western programs have. And a great aircraft flown by an undertrained pilot with an inexperienced ground crew isn't actually a great aircraft that day. Specs only get you so far. None of that makes the program any less significant though. The J-35 isn't really about one jet. It's China building a full 5th generation ecosystem. Land and carrier-based stealth fighters, airborne early warning, electronic warfare, long-range missiles, space-based surveillance, and the networking tying it all together. Nobody can say with certainty whether the J-35 truly matches the F-35. But one thing isn't in doubt. China stopped trying to catch up in military aviation a while ago. It's competing now. And the balance of air power across the Indo-Pacific is moving into territory nobody's fully mapped out yet. Ensure you subscribe to Reach Defense Media for more content like this.